Hello, besties. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am doing well myself. My name is Nduta Wanyiha Ndut, and I'm about to make my breakfast before I start my day with some work. I'm going to just read and write today. So I want to make breakfast, and I do not have my keto bread, so I'm going to use this whole wheat bread. So I'm going to butter it and toast. It cannot fit in the toaster, so I'm going to use the pan to toast it. It almost did not fit in this pan. So I'm going to toast it to apply butter and toast it on the outer side. And then I'll make some eggs and make a breakfast sandwich, but with lots of green veggies. I like that. So join me as I make breakfast and we'll chat a little. So, how is your morning? Did you make yourself something special for breakfast? Um, I hope you're doing well, really well, and I hope you're watching the spiritual aspect of moving abroad. I hope it's enlightening you in some way. And if I can help, let me know. I appreciate the inboxes, but I also want you guys to ask questions publicly so others get help from the responses they get from me and the public. Yeah, so guys from this house leave from 6 o'clock. It's about dropping the guys, moving in and out, and they leave so in such a hurry in the morning. Yeah, so this is like the time I'm getting a wind down. So I like to make breakfast and make it special because once I start on my online work, the next break I get is when I rise to either clean or just start supper or run errands outside. Yeah, so this is my breakfast. And that's my office for the day, for a few hours at least. I want to read as I eat and write some notes and also listen a bit to some teaching because faith comes from hearing, right? Hearing the word of God. So there's my breakfast. I shall enjoy as I study. Hi guys, how are you? I'm well myself. I'm actually very well. I'm affirming myself because I'm home today. It is Tuesday, and I realized that if this day ends without me going outside, I will feel like I've messed up. I am self-soothing. I need to go on a drive. So I'm supposed to go somewhere. I have an actual duty or errand to run, but I am taking the long route just so I can self-soothe because I'm feeling some type of way, and because I tell you things so you can battle. There are seasons in your life that you won't always feel okay, and you need to know how to fight some things. Some things are just you, some things are your hormones, yeah, especially with certain ages. And I wish we used to be told these things because we could have fought better. I wish that the African society kept advising the younger generation, because when kids pick things, when people are speaking and kids are picking things, those are like windows to their future. Yeah? These things will definitely happen to the kids, but there are things actually I picked up as a kid, and I saw them happening in my life, and I was like, dude, why didn't you tell us, so it is important that we tell the kids important things rather than speaking about very scary stuff that they pick, and then when life gets very challenging to them, they're like, oh my god, my people face this, am I gonna succeed? Especially if those people didn't succeed. Yeah, but we will all be all right. So I'm taking a drive to self-soothe. It's very cold. It's colder than I thought it was when I left the house, so I'm wearing a sweater. and I have a mind to take a blanket because I'll charge the car for a bit, just a little bit, because it's okay. But whenever I go outside, especially if I'm going to the area where I can charge, I like to charge just so that, especially with this cold weather, it takes a lot of battery power to warm the car, to warm the battery too, because it gets very cold. So maybe I'll show you the scenery if it's really cute. I don't think it will be because of the winter. If not, I'll see you when I get back. We'll do another video today, and I hope you've caught the one I dropped today. I did it a while back, and I had to drop another video before I dropped that one. And I'm just hoping that the person who is supposed to learn these things will learn, because it's so important. You know, somebody is being separated from you right now, and you're probably very scared. I've been there and I know how it feels. And then somebody is going to start their lives abroad or somewhere else. It could be somebody leaving from one place to go to work in another place. It could be somebody who is crossing the borders to another land, and all we've ever had, because of how the media plays it, all we've ever had about being abroad are only the good things. And now our people here are suffering. Some are getting challenges, some don't even have food, and they don't even know how to go about it. Sometimes it's so embarrassing to approach the people, and especially a place like this. Yeah, so we have our people from Kenya, and let me tell you, when you're around your people abroad, you want to be looking successful, you want to be succeeding, not only looking successful. You feel so bad having to ask for help. It's difficult, but it's also very important that you find, because you're able to just observe and see somebody who has integrity, you know, who will not expose you and or use your circumstances as a bragging right. You know, you want somebody who is true and tested, and you will see them. There's always provision, even with good people. There's always provision of good people. And if you do make a mistake and somebody exposes you or embarrasses you, that's on them. You know, that's on them. You will still rise, and you will have a testimony. And sometimes you will rise and you will have a good testimony of somebody who actually treated you bad when you're down. Yeah, so you will go through a lot of places. It's an arid land, yeah, so to speak, before you break through. But breakthrough you will. Sometimes you will go through many challenges that you won't know what to do. And you know, I want to do a content actually of how to survive in a week with $20, because this is something I ever went through when I was in the app. I was trying to be very careful with money, because I was like, as long as I am abroad, I'm going to make it. Is everyone listening? And I would be alone in the room. I am going to make it, and my paycheck would always go into different things. And you know me, I'm a foodie. I love to shop, I love good food, I love to cook, but I wasn't able to even afford the food I wanted. Yeah, so I would go like checking which is the cheapest loaf and all of that. But let me tell you, there's a saying in Gikoyo that says, Korea orugo tigirege mudwa karia wega. It means eating bad food, bad, because yeah, eating food that you're not enjoying doesn't mean that you will never ever get to eat good food. Yeah, the problem is I always laugh with my kids and say, the moment you start affording good food, your body won't let you. That's the moment you have to count calories and you have to exercise. It's funny how lean we are when we can't afford, yeah? But it's all a journey, and just earning your keep has so much dignity. What you're earning may not be enough, but it gives you a lot of dignity. So there will be days when you're eating your rice, cabbage and beans, make it so yummy. Perhaps you won't even afford those spices. You're like, nothing extra, okay? But you're doing okay. So just carry a lot of Royco. I'm going to do a video soon about the person who is leaving, a person who is very likely to do a journey like I did, where it's a bit of a challenge to settle, but I want to tell you that you will be fine. I was thinking of going for a blanket, but I don't think I will because the car is so warm right now and I won't be outside a lot. Yeah, so my dear, you will be fine, and the challenges will not stop per se, but you will be put in a position where now you can help the next person that is coming, and you better be ready for that, because you need to do well in everything that you're doing. You need to do very well. Our parking is usually very narrow. You have to be very careful. By the way, I found emails and emails later of pictures my husband used to send me of the university, how it's looking, especially because he had a dream that I would join that university, you know, but it never came to be. But thank God I got to walk those streets, so see that university. I even tried to get into the same university because I still had my invitation letter or admission letter, but it wasn't meant to be. That wasn't God's plan for me, and that's okay, because God is faithful. He has a thing for you. Yeah, even though sometimes you're expected to step up, and when he gives you a chance, he wants you to do the most with that chance. Yeah, so everything that he calls you to do, you do. So yes, let me leave you. I'm in a school district. At this point, I'm supposed to drive at 20 kilometers per hour because the kids are actually leaving. And then as I pass the school, I'm supposed to do 30 kilometers an hour. What a time to leave home, yeah? Babies are coming out. Look at these kiddos going to school when it's so cold. But their parents are always picking them. And sometimes they use the school transport. I do not dare turn the phone so you can see the school, because I need to be extra vigilant, extra careful as I'm driving here.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far is the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate.
I'm back home. That was a nice drive, but I came back a bit too late, and I want to make a tiny snack board because hubby is about to pop in anytime. I came in and was having a chat with the guys because they had brought a friend over. So now I'll have that waiting as I prepare dinner. I want to make chicken wings from the meat that I defrosted. So it's easier when you just come back from your errands and you can just clean the meat and start cooking. So I'm just cutting this through so that it's 2 pieces in one wing instead of a grotesque looking huge wing. So I've washed it clean. I'm going to add some spices. I'm growing to love oregano as an herb, and I'll add to that seasoning salt, paprika, and then I'm going to use mustard as a binder, so to speak. It gives a very nice flavor for when you're roasting. I'm going to cook this in the air fryer after the snack, of course. Guys won't be hungry, but it's mostly hubby at the moment. Guys are still in school, even in classes, activities, and all that. So yeah, I'll fry. I did this for 40 minutes in total, but at this point I noticed there was too much liquid, so I removed the foil so the liquid can go below, and sort of flip them so that they can dry, they can fry and get dry and crispy. Yeah, so it's salad bowls again tonight. I'm using two different types of salad, the greens and the mostly lettuce. Then I made this dressing out of mayo, olive oil, and white wine vinegar. We'll serve that with some guac, and then the chicken. Yeah, just like 3 pieces are enough. It was very nice tasting. If the guy wants to eat with something more solid, they can do a sauce. So thank you so much for watching. May God bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and give you peace. Bye bye.